I've experienced many deep shifts from practicing pranayama, and I practice it every day. It's like one of the first things I do in the morning is my breathwork practice. And yeah, I definitely think it deepens my spiritual practice. It calms the nervous system and allows a healthy flow of energy throughout the body. The science of yoga has always upheld the power of the breath, and now a lot of scientific literature also indicates that breathwork has an undeniable biological impact on our moods, emotions, and physical state. So what is pranayama? In Sanskrit, prana means life force energy and yama means control. So by using these different breathing patterns, we are controlling the life force energy that is in our body. So pranayama has a 4-part breath: the inhale, the pause before the exhale, and the pause at the end of the exhale before the inhale. So inhalation, or in Sanskrit, puraka, means to bring prana inside the body to nourish and stimulate our physical and mental systems. Then we have kumbhaka, which is the retention after inhalation, and that creates a container for the prana. And by engaging the Mula Bandha and the Jalandhara Bandha, root and throat locks, we are creating that container, and it's said to be uniting with the universal self by merging into it. After kumbhaka, retention, we have rechaka, which is exhalation. The air is devoid of prana at this point, so it carries the impurities of the body and it cleanses us. So in pranayama, exhalation is the second most important aspect of breathing after retention. And the classical texts state that we surrender the ego in exhalation. The individual self momentarily dissolves into the universal self. Rechaka is very calming for the nervous system, and with practice it improves the elasticity of the lungs and negates the ego. The dissolution of the ego draws us away from material desires and allows us to journey inward. This turning inward is called pratyahara, the 5th step of Ashtanga in yoga. So pratyahara is also a name for an exercise that we'll be learning. It's about going within, and this is all very interesting stuff. So after rechaka, exhalation, we have shunyaka, which is the suspension, the pause of no air between breaths, nothingness, or the void. Shunyaka embodies the momentary void where the practitioner has surrendered her breath to the universe. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about the bandhas. So there is Mula Bandha, which is the root lock, and we pull our pelvic floor muscles and our lowest ab muscles up and in, and that's how we engage Mula Bandha. So we do that when we are on a retention, so we might be creating a container, or we might do that on any holds, during any holds, and that's an extra way to get in some pelvic floor action, so it's really good for us. And then we have Uddiyana Bandha, which is the stomach lock, so that's right around where the solar plexus is, and you're kind of like pulling your belly button in towards the spine and up. So we use that in Breath of Fire and some other exercises as well. Then we have Jalandhara Bandha, which is the throat lock. So we'll do that in Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing, where when we are holding the breath in, we will lock the throat and lock the root, Muladhara and Jalandhara Bandha engage to create a container for the prana in the body. And then we have Jiva Bandha, which is the tongue lock, and we'll learn a fun Jiva Bandha exercise in some of the videos, so stay tuned for that. Now, just remember that pranayama is a practice, so like any other type of exercise, make sure you allow rest and recovery and don't push yourself too hard. Always listen to your own body. Start off slow and build your practice up. Every individual has a different capacity to retain their breath naturally. Any sign of tension, anxiety, or stiffening of muscles indicates that you're exceeding your limitations. Yogic breathing is meant to be easy, feel good, and have an overall calming effect. And that being said, I will also be teaching some natural high breathing techniques that are a little more intense and may have stronger, I guess, reactions or sensations that come from those practices, but always put a warning for those videos that they're a bit more on the intense side and to be extra careful when doing those practices. But for the most part, my practice and my videos that I'll be sharing will be more relaxing. And just a note on posture. Posture is extremely important when practicing pranayama, so make sure that you are able to sit with your spine nice and tall. So if you have to sit in a chair with your feet flat on the floor, you can do it that way, or you can sit on the floor cross-legged with a tall spine in a sukhasana, cross-legged position, or even lotus pose, depending on how advanced you are with your practice. And then Gyan Mudra is when you bring your index finger and your thumb together to create this beautiful mudra. And we place our hands face down or palms up or face down on top of the knees when we practice. So yes, there really are so many benefits to a breathwork practice, and I really encourage you to try it for yourself to see what shifts you notice in your own life, and let me know how it goes. I'd really love to hear about your experience, and yeah, happy practicing. Thanks for watching this video. I hope that provides a little bit more information. Please leave any questions in the comments below and I'll be sure to answer them for you. Thank you so much for subscribing and liking the video and sharing and all of your support. Namaste.